if you count up the amount of years experience that there is sitting around our board table, I think it takes a special kind of programme and a special type of trainer to be able to hold the room and to bring out the best of everybody.
All the feedback's been really positive throughout. I think the guys gelled with the trainer extremely well, Steve.
I think what was really interesting about it was the mix of different methods. So kind of very clear sort of classroom, here's some information, reflect on that. But also lots of small group sessions, bringing in actors to present us with particular scenarios, some videos, and then I think what was really attractive to me was the really clear focus on action planning at the end and the so what, because I think it's very easy to go away from these events and think, well, that was great, that was really interesting, but actually how will it make a difference?
So I've just been a part of a course with Steve McManus. Yet again, a very inspiring course, very different to the one that I did a couple of years ago, but he did well to change it up, make it inspiring, using different methods.
We have covered huge amounts in the modules that we've done. They've been really practical, pacey, lots of audience discussion.
The interaction side of it was really, really good. I think some courses you go on and you're just kind of being taught at for 6 or 7 hours and you just got to look at a screen. So I think obviously the way the course is set up and the interaction is really positive.
Just to kind of set the scene, we are going to have a very interactive session today. So cameras on as much as you're comfortable to. Of course, if you need to turn your cameras off, then that is absolutely fine. With that in mind, do be supportive of each other, be patient with each other, ask lots of questions. It is much more interesting if you get stuck into the conversation.
This course was absolutely fantastic. The facilitator had so much knowledge and experience on the topic, and it really, really challenged my thinking, even when I thought I knew about certain things. The actors added a whole new level to the programme. I really liked that the participants didn't have to role play and create that kind of false environment.
It felt really believable, and it was a really helpful way to bring to life situations we've all seen and is really easy to talk about in the abstract, but having actors play it out live was incredibly helpful in terms of the conversation we had afterwards.
What is a bit different to organisations I've worked with in the past is that being receptive to feedback in the moment, to having somebody up front who can hold a room of very experienced, influential individuals and get them to think a little bit differently.
So I'm going to ask you to join me on Mentimeter, and we are going to have a think about some communication styles that we might feel more or less comfortable with. As you're watching the results changing on screen, just reflect on where there might be differences in communication styles across the group. What does that mean in terms of how you communicate with each other and how you build relationships with each other?
Jenny's been really great at ensuring that every different man has been included. Having it broken into different modules has been a really great approach because it's allowed the techniques that we've used or we've learned in that session and then apply that into our working environment and come back and reflect on that.
When you get into management, you get quite comfortable in what you're doing and it's quite difficult to break old habits. So the way it's been done, self-critique and self-reflection that you do on it, I'd recommend it for anybody.
Our trainer has been magnificent. He's so impressive, and he stretched us and challenged us.
Good course, thoroughly recommend it. I know sometimes these sorts of things people think I've heard it all before, but the way it was done and the way we interacted with it made it a very fresh way of looking at this topic.